I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of death. I don't know why I'm still alive. I died long time ago.
Are you scared of killing?
I'm not scared of killing. A revolutionary is a walking killing machine. Not scared of death. If that need arise, I will kill. And I will do so with no hesitation, especially in defense of my people. No. South Africa is Africa. We are one country called Africa. This South Africa you are talking about was imposed on us. So we didn't come from anywhere. Speak for yourself. We didn't come from anywhere. There's no African who came from anywhere. We came from here. I mean, my Lord, I cannot come from the second bedroom in this house, and then I find you in another bedroom in the same house, and then you say I came from somewhere. In the same house. I didn't come from somewhere. I was sleeping on the other side. We're here. So, we are not visitors. We didn't come from anywhere. This is our continent. Tell them to pay reparations first. Then we can consider paying that. We have no money to pay. They must pay reparations first. Then we can enter into that debate. And our reparation is nothing less than $5 trillion. That's what you owe us.
Hi guys, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry, and in today's video I want us to watch this video from Dr. Arikana Chihombori and South African Julius Malema. Now in this video, both Julius Malema and Dr. Arikana took to public and to all the African communities and countries that Africa should fight for what rightfully belongs to them. Now, it is claimed that most of African land has been taken by these Western powers. Now, watch this video up to the end. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Like, comment, and share so that this video might be recommended to a lot of people as much as possible. Let us spread this awareness to most of our African brothers and sisters, and also our black people, our black African people from the diaspora. So please watch this video and then I'll be back with more comments.
Where have you ever seen a revolution taking place where the oppressor loses nothing and then the oppressor celebrate the triumph of the revolution? Perhaps Chris and his death should have served as that turning point, would not be undermined here.
Let's get some clarity on this. So that violent revolution, who would have been the targets of it?
It would have been the white oppression, the white system that took our land, the white system that denied us economic opportunities in this country.
The white system or the white people? You said kill them. I'm asking if you intended on saying.
But I gave you an answer. You either take it or you leave it. I said, who's the target? I said, the white system of segregation and oppression would have been a target.
Now, hold on a second here. This is what I find relevant. You want to say, we should have had a violent revolution. We find ourselves in court today being dragged here to answer our speech. We removed this system. But that system of segregation is being dismantled. Is that not correct?
It's not. It's not. I told you, I asked you a question, my Lord said I shouldn't ask you questions. And there he intervened properly and decisively because you are not going to answer it. I asked you, who owns the Johannesburg Stock Exchange? Do you know, my Lord, that 2% of Johannesburg Stock Exchange, 2% is owned by 100% owned black business? 2. There's nothing beyond 2% in the Johannesburg. What do you call that? That's an economic operation. When you talk the land, and we're talking here agricultural land, the study that was conducted on agricultural land is 7.5%. I'm answering your question of oppression.
The question is about, you said, when Chris Hani was killed, we wanted to kill him. Right? You said, maybe it would be better if we done that.
Yes.
I'm asking you, then what?
The system, the white system of apartheid should have been attacked and collapsed and brought to its knees, violently so. Perhaps if we had done a proper revolution. Because, you know, my Lord, we're sitting here with pain, with trauma, and to be interrogated by people like this, who perpetuate the segregation, who continue to promote racism in this country. It's really unfair.
No, it's unfair. The complainant has led witnesses who survived farm attacks, who expressed real trauma, who themselves, one witness was shot and his wife was murdered in front of him. The other one discovered her husband after being shot in the head. That's real trauma. The testimony from them is that when they hear the chants like kill the Boer, kill the farmer, that brings back those memories of real trauma, real vivid trauma, recent trauma. And you have taken the position that that trauma doesn't matter, that only your pain matters. That strikes me as a failure of humanity.
My Lord, a real trauma of two people is called a real trauma. A trauma of my parents who have had to pick up the dead bodies in Soweto, of their children who went to school and came back dead. That is not called a real trauma. The 80s, our children killed in the 90s, that is not called a real trauma. A real trauma is white. It has got color. Of two families, I'm talking here, thousands of children have died. Thousands of children have seen their mothers being tortured. I was young when police walked into my mother's house and she was sleeping. They took off her blankets off. Men, she was not dressed up. She was sleeping. Men took off her blankets. I live with that for the rest of my life, that some strange men came into my house and took off the blankets of my mother to search if she's not a terrorist. That is not real trauma because it's not white. A black child's trauma is not a trauma. We are still a traumatized nation, if you don't know, and that trauma is real. And don't push us to that pain, because when that day comes, we'll not be scared. We've lost everything. We survive by the day. We don't know what tomorrow holds for us.
Just elaborate on that.
I've elaborated.
When you say you'll not be scared, what do you intend on doing?
I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of death. I don't know why I'm still alive.
Are you scared?
I died long time ago.
Are you scared of killing?
I'm not scared of killing. A revolutionary is a walking killing machine. Not scared of death. If that need arise, I will kill, and I will do so with no hesitation, especially in defense of my people.
On behalf of all my family as well, I want to thank you all sincerely for the support. I also want to thank all of our panelists for the wonderful work that they have done. This is just the beginning of what we hope is going to be a long journey in driving the colonizers out of our beloved continent.
Yep.
We are not mincing our words. They are not being nice in the manner in which they are abusing us. They are just as blatant. One of my girlfriends put it very nicely. She said, it's like somebody holding a hot rod next to you, and they just keep burning you, and they keep burning you, and you keep saying, ouch, and you keep saying, ouch. Oh no, it didn't hurt as bad. Oh no, that was bad. How long are we going to continue to be burnt? I want to ask all of you black men, you have not defended us as your wives. You have not defended us as your sons and daughters. How do you sit back and watch France pulling African countries into giving France their bank reserves? And then when they want to take a little bit of the money they have given France, they have to get it as a loan. How do you borrow your own money? And then immediately you go from France, sitting on trillions of dollars from these countries, and now you owe France for borrowing your own money. Where are you, black men, I ask? Anywhere else on earth, what's happening in Africa could be a reason for all-out war. It's only when it's being done to black people.
Yeah, the salt of the world.
Let me share with you a story. Once upon a time, in the country of Ghana, when the British had colonized the Gold Coast, they were taking Ghanaian kings, the Ashanti kings, into exile in Mauritius. And after that, they were going after the Ashanti gold stool. You have to understand that the Ashanti gold stool holds the spirit of the Ashanti people. And when you take the Ashanti gold stool, you are taking the spirit of the people. So the men, afraid of the British governor, they were beginning to negotiate. They wanted to know, in exchange for the golden stool, can we have the king who is in exile in Mauritius? The Ashanti men were willing to give up the golden stool in exchange for one king. The gatekeeper of the Ashanti golden stool, a female by the name of Nanaya Asantwa, hearing of what the Ashanti men were getting ready to do, I'm going to paraphrase her speech. She said, is it true that the bravery of the Ashanti men is no more? Is it true that the Ashanti men are prepared to give up the spirit of the Ashanti people? She says, if that is so, she will not have it. That she shall call upon her fellow sisters, the Ashanti women. They were going to take arms and they would fight the British until the last one of them is down. She shamed the Ashanti men, who then picked up arms and fought the British and defended the golden stool. To this day, the Ashanti people still have their golden stool. So to you black men, I say, if you do not stand up and defend us as your wives, if you do not stand up and defend us as your sons and daughters, then move over. For the black woman is coming. Shall we watch our husbands disrespected? No more. Shall we watch our children being disrespected? Last time I checked, the ability to produce melanin was not a crime. So on that note, we're giving it up to you men.
No.
We're warning you.
No.
We're warning you and we're putting you on notice. Fix this.
We will.
I thank you.
Thanks to you.
Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this commentary I want us to have a short candid discussion about the video we've just seen now. Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao and South African freedom fighter who is Julius Malema, they've both shown a very bold step by calling upon African unity and that Africa should fight for what rightfully belongs to them. They have urged Africans not to be cowards and also urged our African leaders to make sure they don't bow to these Western powers and serve their very own people the rightful way. Now, Dr. Arikana Chihombori, she is majorly known for advocating and fighting for the rights of black people. Now, also Julius Malema, he is from South Africa. And now we can see how bold and fearless Julius Malema is. We all know that there are few of African leaders who can take such a bold step to send such a strong and fearless message to the Western people, to the Western powers in general. Now, look at the likes of Ibrahim Traore. That's a very young leader, and look at what he has done to his country, which is Burkina Faso. Now, in this video, that's the same thing that Dr. Arikana and Julius Malema, they are strongly fighting for, because most of African land has been fully owned by these Western powers. We find out that Africans own a little share, very little share of what rightfully belongs to them, and the rest, it's been taken by this Western power. Now, in this video, we've seen Julius Malema is strongly and boldly standing for the rights and what belongs to African people. He has gone ahead and defended all African continent. He says that he doesn't come from South Africa. He comes from Africa. Now, that shows that we as Africans, we are supposed to be united, love one another, fight for what rightfully belongs to us. It's not that you belong from Burkina Faso, you belong from South Africa, you belong from Kenya, you belong from Uganda, and any other country in Africa. What matters is you belong from Africa. And Julius Malema has just shown us the much love he has for Africa as a continent, not just his country, South Africa. And we've seen him say that he is ready to fight and die fighting for the right of his people and Africa as a continent. There are a few leaders who can take such bold step in fighting for what is rightfully belongs to them, because most of our leaders, they bow to these Western powers. They give them much freedom over us. The Western people, they are being treated way much better than how Africans are treated in their very own countries. Let's give our fellow black people, our fellow Africans, the first priorities, the privileges to develop themselves. And by developing themselves, we will find out that their countries and our countries, we have a lot of raw talents, something that can be so useful to us as a continent of Africa. Now, how I'd wish that most of our leaders would follow the lead of Dr. Arikana Chihombori and Julius Malema and the likes of Captain Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso. Well, I'm your host Larry. I have to appreciate you for sticking around with me up to the point of this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Like, comment and share. To my returning subscribers, I have to say thank you so much for always coming back to view my videos. And to my new viewers, my new subscribers, I want to assure you that you are on the right channel. I'm your host Larry, and until we meet again, peace out.